How's it going, folks? Long time no see. Welcome. And this is the Crypto IQ Finals. We are on the fourth match of today. I'm your host, Kelvin Sparks, a podcast host at The Block. And today we've got an exciting round of trivia packed with surprises, challenges, and of course, plenty of chances to win big. So for the audience listening at home, at some point during the matchup, we'll have an audience participation portion of the competition. Please note that audience members who follow Crypto IQ closely and participate will be eligible to win 2,500 USDC at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. As you can see, we don't only want to reward GigaBrains, but also the folks who are putting in effort and would love to learn more about crypto at home. That being said, throughout the round, we'll probably stop intermittently and remind you of that as we progress. But also, huge shout out to Polymarket for sponsoring today's event, rather. Really helping making all this trivia chaos possible. Please jump on the wait list on polymarket.com by using code THEBLOCK. That's one word, THEBLOCK. Because sometimes the best way to stay informed is to see what everyone else is betting their confidence on. So without further ado, this is the 3v14 matchup. Let's meet our contestants. So contestant placing or in the third slot, AK. How's it going? And please tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself.
Hey, good morning. I guess I got into crypto in 2014. I was running ads outbidding Coinbase for their own keywords, getting referrals there. And been involved in the space in various forms ever since then. Let's see, I ran one of the largest Axie scholarships for a couple years and was pretty involved with a lot of various NFT things over the years, as well as the occasional meme, etc., etc. And these days I sort of split my time between trading and a few other sort of hobbies that I spend a lot of time on, let's just say. But if I went into too much more detail on, probably would dox me. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Understood, and thank you for the transparency on your end. That being said, contestant number 14, Colonel Panic. What's going on? Please tell us a little bit.
GM guys, thanks for inviting me. It's a pleasure being here. So yeah, basically I've been in crypto almost for 9 years now, I'd say. Like 2017, 2016 was the first time when I started fully coming into the environment. It all started with actually ETH. So my first purchase was ETH, and then I started mining it straight away. And after mining and dabbling into some of that stuff, I moved into the NFTs. Obviously 2020 blew up, 2021, and now I'm helping out Tether build out the Rumble wallet. So I don't know, still in the ecosystem, kicking hard, and doing my best to bring great product to life.
Understood. And thank you both for sharing the context. It's great to have you here. Now, let's get into how the game is going to work. So in this round, players will have to answer 10 questions. The topics are random and could be of various types. Think multiple choice, rank order, as well as free answer questions. So questions are worth more points as the game progresses, but difficulty of the questions increases. And one important thing to note is as the seconds tick, your question points will bleed. So your objective is to answer as quickly and correctly as possible. So for once, ChatGPT will not be able to help you, and we'll do a check-in about halfway to look at the point tally. But in the end, ultimately, the player with the most points will win and advance to the round of 8. That being said, contestant number 3, can I get a verbal confirmation you are ready to get this started?
Let's get it.
Nice. And contestant number 14, can I get a verbal confirmation you are ready to kick this contest off?
Yep, ready. Let's do it. Best of luck.
All right. We have a lore question. Now let's move on to question number 1. So for question number 1, Base received a larger OP token grant than Inc. Is this true or false? All right. Looks like 2 contestants answered, but this was a split decision. And Colonel Panic, you truly do know about your Ethereum, because the correct answer was A. That's correct. So you talked about some of your dabbling on ETH, but what are you up to these days?
Yeah, so I mean, I am also in the base ecosystem and mostly Hyperliquid actually. So I've been just trading while I've been working crypto at the same time. So it's mostly trading, but I keep active on Twitter and I keep watch of the things that are happening. So I did remember this when it happened, and yeah, just came out of the memory
Wow. Hey, it pays to stick around. But
for sure.
heads up, guys, the next one is going to be a visual question. So please have your keyboards ready. And now we're going to move on to question number 2. What protocol has this logo? All right. Let's see. And it looks like both of you got the correct answer. This was, in fact, there's a few answers. It could have been Polkadot, dot, as well as with the ticker dot. And you both got it right, typing Polkadot in full. So points for spelling. And in your case, AK, points for quickness. So I'm curious, do you pay attention to what's going on in the Polkadot ecosystem these days?
Not really, no. Other than I just know that it's not much of an ecosystem to speak of these days. I just there's certain things that you just kind of have burned into your brain from seeing them over longer periods of time, and this, for whatever reason, is one of them.
Understood. So we're going to switch up a bit. Now we have a lore question coming. So let's move on to question number 3. What is the ticker of the stablecoin launched by Trump associate DeFi company World Liberty Financial? Is the correct answer A, WLFi? Is it B, WUSD? Is it C, USD1? Or is it D, Liberty 1? All right. And there were 2 answers that rolled in. Colonel Panic, you were quick, but incorrect on that one. The correct answer was actually C, USD1. So I'm curious, what made you jump out at World Liberty Financial as you chose this answer?
Trigger finger, most of it. Yeah.
I literally did the same. I got halfway into clicking on it and was like, oh no, wait.
Good job. It's okay.
Oh yeah, it's tough, man. In this game, you not only have to be correct, but you also have to be quick. And I mean, if you got that one right, Colonel, that would have been for 168 points. But AK, you took that one correct home with 122. So this next one, guys, again, have your keyboard ready. This is going to be a rank order question. Let's move on to question number 4. For question number 4, order these NFT collections by chronological token airdrop date. The top is the earliest. In slot A, we have Anime. In slot B, we have Pengu. In slot C, we have Dude. And in slot D, we have Ape. Let's see what's going on. Oh, looks like 2 contestants logged answers. Unfortunately, both were incorrect. The correct ordering for this would have been D, Ape, B, Pengu, A, Anime, and then C, Dude. So across the board, seems like you guys were all over the place. I'm curious, AK, was it you who mentioned memes here and there? Do you dabble at all?
I dabble a bit. I actually just I had Dude and Anime backwards because both of those happened while I was out of town at various points, and so I did not wind up playing them and couldn't remember exactly which order they were in. So I had Ape and Pengu right, but
yeah,
just backwards.
No worries. Even Gigabrains make mistakes. Me as the guy who just gets to host and listen in. No worries. I'm definitely not judging you, sir. But we're almost at the halfway point. So we're going to answer this next one. Then we'll take a look at the leaderboard to see how you both are faring thus far. So let's move on to a lore question. Question number 5. Which country launched the first central bank digital currency in 2020? Is the correct answer A, Nigeria? Is it B, the Bahamas? Is it C, United Arab Emirates? Or is it D, El Salvador? Okay, we got 2 contestants, but this again was a split answer. The correct answer, the first country to launch a CBDC, also known as the central bank digital currency, was B, the Bahamas. So, curious, Colonel Panic, as you talk about, or as you do your research and diligence within crypto ecosystems, how often do you pay attention to regulatory news and advancements?
I do quite a lot, actually. I messed it up. I knew it was the Bahamas because of all the FTX drama, obviously. But since it was the CBDC, I thought El Salvador was the first for sure. But yeah, looks like I was wrong there.
Understood. And I'm curious, do you have any opinions on the role nation states may play in crypto going forward?
Oh yeah, for sure. Big roles depending on the countries, because we can see the big outflow of talent, people moving to the countries who have the lowest taxes in terms of crypto, or whoever introduces CBDCs first. And yeah, so I mean, it is pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely. And very, very well stated on your part. That being said, we're about halfway through the round. Let's check in on the leaderboard to see how our contestants are doing. So, thus far, for match number 4, the 3rd versus 14th matchup for the Crypto IQ Finals, AK, you're in the lead. So far, of the 5, you have 3 correct answers, and your total is currently at 387 points, followed by Colonel Panic in number 2. You got 2 of 5 correct, and you have 156 points. I will say, though it may seem like a quick margin in the second half as the points increase and you got to be quick, that could change in a moment's notice. So, AK, we mentioned before we got started, you're just starting your day. But yeah, how you feel? How you think you're doing thus far?
So far, so good. I definitely should have gotten the rank order question right. I'm a little ashamed of that. But, you know, chugging along. I'm still working on my coffee.
Understood. And you have my sympathies as the what is it, the resident mid-curver right there, those fat inside bars. No worries, no judgment on my end here. And Colonel Panic, you seem like there was some that you also felt like were pretty easy, kind of overlooked. What's going through your mind right now, and how do you plan to hopefully take it home going forward?
Yeah, the order question was pretty a big mistake for myself as well. I mean, I tried to remember the dates of which came first, but whatever, and then fumbled some of the other questions by just trying to be fast rather than taking my time to read through it. So pay attention, guys. It's always about the details and not about the time.
Very, very wise words as we go into the second half. So before we advance, Colonel Panic, can I get a verbal confirmation you are ready to move on?
Yep, ready to move on.
AK, can I get a verbal confirmation?
Yep, good to go.
All right, let's move on to question number 6. This is a technical one. So, which of the following is not a prefix of a Bitcoin address? Is the correct answer A, 1? Is it B, 2? Is it C, BC1? Or is it D, BC2? All right. Let's see.
Okay.
All right. We got 2 answers, both of which were incorrect. Wow. The correct answer was D. BC2 is not a valid prefix of a Bitcoin address. So you said something. You had a comment there, AK. What tripped you up here?
I knew immediately after I clicked it that I got it wrong. I saw B2 and I was like, oh, okay, great. Wait, BC2, yeah.
Yeah, man. These folks who are drawing up the test over there in research, they're tricky. As Colonel mentioned, the devil's in the details. So understood. And that was on the tougher end of the questions that we have lined up, but definitely not the toughest. So contestants, just a heads up, please have your keyboards ready. We're going to have another visual one. And let's move on to question number 7. So for a visual question, which privacy protocol utilizes ring signatures? Let's see. Oh, both contestants answered and both were in fact correct. The correct answer was B. I can't see the visuals on my end, but I can imagine there's an M somewhere on there. I'm guessing it was Monero. But
visuals are privacy preserving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm the only guy with zero knowledge here on this call. So let's see. Yeah, You got that one. And Colonel Panic, curious, did you ever dabble in Monero or privacy coins, generally speaking?
Yeah, I used to farm and mine Monero actually with my computer back in the day. So still remember some of my privacy coins peak days. So yeah.
Understood. And you've been talking a lot about mining. What attracted you to mining so much originally, especially early in the crypto journey for you?
It was the circle around me, I guess. The people that, I mean, first of all, obviously, it was the idea of Bitcoin and the white paper of Ethereum, but the hot topic back then was actually mining. So, I mean, ETH was at its lowest, like $7, right? So it's like, that's what got me into it. I knew it had a big future and possibility, so I tried to get in early.
And understood. I really wish I wasn't broke and had some common sense back then. I probably have bought as much as possible, even though ETH has not been doing what it did back in those days. But all right, let's move on to question number 8. This is a technical one. So for question number 8, a 4844 data blob holds around how many kilobytes of data? Is the correct answer A, 1,000? Is it B, 4,844? Is it C, 21? Or is it D, 125? Let's see. We got 2 answers, both of which are correct. And AK, damn, answered that one really quickly. The correct answer was D, 125 kilobytes of data. Sir, do you pay attention to what's going on in L2 ecos this day? How'd you know that?
I don't actually know how I knew that. If I'm being honest, I at some point probably read something about blobs and L2 scaling and have that squirreled away somewhere in the back of my mind, but I couldn't tell you exactly where, how, or why.
Yeah, fair game. Fair game. And Colonel, was that a guess on your end as well, or did you have the secret sauce there?
Educated guess from my side.
I like it. Educated guess. I need to start saying that more. But let's move on to question number 9. This is a technical one. So for question number 9, what is the purpose of BIP 39? This is the correct answer. A, multi-signature transactions. Is it B, establishing mnemonic seed phrases for wallets? Is it C, setting transaction fee standards, pardon me, or D, defining address formats? This was on the trickier end of our questions. Let's see how both of you did. Oh, it's like easy money to these guys. It's crazy how quickly they answer. Correct answer was B, establishing mnemonic seed phrases for wallets. So, AK, you were a bit slower on the draw, but how'd you know what the answer was?
I have done a good amount of cold storage and whatever else, and there's a BIP39 seed phrase generator that basically you can do sort of run offline and so on. And I don't know. That's just one of those things that if you're involved in the space and have good security practices and so on, you just kind of know in the back of your head.
And could you maybe elaborate on how important OPSEC is for the folks who may not be as involved in crypto?
It is probably the most important thing, because if you lose your coins, then you can be as involved as you want. It doesn't actually matter. Like security and keeping things safe has to be the number one priority.
Yeah, very, very well said. And before we move on to our last question for our contestants for the round, let's check on the leaderboard to see how our contestants are doing. So, thus far, AK, you've answered 6 of the 10 questions in the round correctly, with a total of 1,103 points in the lead. And in second place, Colonel Panic, you got 5 of 10 correct, which is only off by 1, but a bit slower on the draw. You have a total of 604 points in the round. That being said, I do want to remind our audience to please stick around. We'll basically have a QR code pop up for you to participate, answer 2 questions for this matchup, and you'll have a shot at winning 2,500 USDC as part of our Crypto IQ Finals tournament. All you'll need to do is provide your nickname, X Twitter handle, and And most importantly, please use the same email address so we can track you across the multiple sessions that is coming up after we answer the final question of the round. That being said, Colonel Panic, are you ready for the final question?
Hell yeah. Let's go.
I like that energy, man. AK, are you ready for the final question?
Yep, go for it.
It's a technical one. Let's move on to question 10 and the final question of the round. Encrypted mempools mainly address which MEV vector? Is the correct answer A, front running? Is it B, inflation bugs? Is it C, double spending? Or is it D, fee manipulation? Let's see. All right. And you both got that one correct. AK at warp speed. The correct answer was A, front running.
I front ran it.
Yeah, man. Apparently, I probably didn't even finish reading the question by the time you answered that one. So let's pull up the leaderboard, and this does conclude our contestants for this round. That being said, AK, the 3 seed, you will be advancing to the round of 8. So how are you feeling, sir? Any words of wisdom for the people at home listening in?
Feeling good. It's funny. A lot of these things are sort of, you don't necessarily know that you know them so much as you just kind of see things. You read things and keep up with the space and so on, and have something sort of in the back of your mind, and such that it shows up on a question. It's like, oh yeah, actually, I think I do know what that is, or at least I have, a reasonable, educated guess. And it's funny. There was more technical questions than I would have expected, and that's not necessarily my strong suit. So I happy that the ones that did come up, I actually was ready to go for.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Colonel Panic. But, sir, as you've partaked in the Crypto IQ finals and test in general, any lessons learned or words of wisdom for the folks at home listening in?
Yeah, overall, it was an amazing experience. I mean, the technical side for me was a bit harder, obviously, since I haven't brushed up on everything in the past time. But I would say, in terms of recommendations, I mean, take your time, but also don't take your time reading stuff. Like, you just have to have that trigger finger ready, and you need to have eyesight like a hawk, and you just need to be fast and go through it. So yeah, it was really fun. Thank you again, and I had a really great experience doing this.
Yeah. Thank you both for participating, and congratulations to AK on taking this round home. But without further ado, let's move on to the audience participation round. So folks, please pay attention to the stream, as you should see a QR code to join the audience competition. And as a reminder, audience members who follow Crypto IQ closely will be eligible to win $2,500 or 2,500 USDC, pardon me, at the end of the Crypto IQ finals tournament. All you need to do is follow each matchup and participate in the audience member questions. Do not worry if you miss the first few matchups. There's still time to catch up on the leaderboard, since as you get closer to the final four, the questions are worth more points. So please provide your nickname, your X/Twitter handle, if you'd like, but most importantly, remember, please use the same email address so we can track your name across multiple sessions. So let's give that a few seconds for folks to pull that up. All right. Sorry, folks. Just 1 second. A bit of technical difficulties on our end as we are doing this live. So please bear with us. All right. Just 1 second as our production team is working very, very hard to get all this together, gets everything in order. But yeah. That being said, while we are waiting, I think this is a very opportune time to give a huge thank you again to our sponsors from Polymarket who made this competition possible. please jump on the wait list on polymarket.com by using code THEBLOCK. That is one word, THEBLOCK. Check them out. I've been hearing good things about this small crypto startup. I heard they're doing big things. But nice. That being said, I'm hearing from production that the QR code is ready to go. So again, folks, please join the audience competition by scanning the QR code on your screen. And as a reminder, for those who follow Crypto IQ closely, will be eligible to win 2,500 USDC at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. All you need to do is follow each matchup and participate in the audience member questions. Don't worry if you missed the first few, please. As the rounds progress, the point values for each question will increase. So you do have a shot. It is not too late. And again, this is going until the end of Crypto IQ. We are halfway through the round of 16. So please pay attention to your devices, and the question should appear soon. Okay, let's now pull up the audience question. This is the 7th question overall. So for question number 7, this is a lore one. Name the base app whose shares quickly rebranded to Keys. Is the correct answer A, Lens? Is it B, Farcaster? Is it C, Friendtech? Or is it D, Warpcast? I'm not sure if the folks at home listening can hear, but we did talk about that as part of this round of Crypto IQ. And somebody said if they need an answer, they can always phone their friend, our fellow local GigaBrain rather. But sorry, some jokes behind the scenes, folks. I'm trying not to crack up. But the correct answer there that was mentioned during this round was C, Friendtech. So hey, it pays to pay attention in Crypto IQ. You follow along, you learn something, hear some jokes, and yeah, you may even get some answers that help you win 2,500 USDC. But let's pull up the audience leaderboard to see how the folks at home are doing. Looks like we have another question and another right answer from those guys at Wintermute. Emperor Edado is in the lead, 7 for 7 thus far, with a total of 490 points. Fade has been jumping back and forth. I can't lie. I've been seeing this name a bit, but now has secured the second slot, 2 out of 5 correct, with 412 points. And it looks like AB, maybe ABB. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but if you win, hopefully you'll be able to tell us. You are currently in 3rd place in the audience participation competition with 255 points. That being said, there is one more question for the audience in this round, and it's going to be a wild card. Let's pull up question number 8. Who is the Block's original founder? Is the correct answer A, Mike Dudas? Is it B, Larry Cermak? Is it C, Mike Linguini? Or is it D, Frank Chaparro? Oh, the answers are rolling in. Nice. Received about 11 answers, and of that, 64 were correct. So, the correct answer was A, Mike Dudas. So I'm just laughing at the fact that Frank was Frank was one of the answers here, man. Just makes me smile. But really quickly, before we conclude this matchup stream, let's take a look one more time to see how the audience is faring. And on the leaderboard, looks like Wintermute has been outmatched for the first time in the competition. We have Fade, who's been climbing up the charts. Got that one right super quick with 81 points. It puts them at a total of 493. Emperor Edado, again, is in 2nd place with 490. And ABB, maybe AB, with 340. that being said, the matchups have been amazing and it's heating up on the leaderboard. So please join the next stream that we have. It should be at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And join, engage with our contestants, as well as participate in the audience contest. You may win some nice crypto along the way. But that being said, I want to thank everyone at home for tuning in to day one. This was the first half of the round of 16. I want to thank the guys working hard on the production side of things to make this possible, research, as well as our contestants. I'm Kelvin Sparks, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Have a great day.